All right guys, so today's video I'm going to show how to do a proper squats. The first thing you want to do is get your feet, can I get back far enough? Get your feet lined up. So if you had your feet together, just spread them out, like that. You don't want your feet, any sort of, unaligned. So just have your feet straight up. I like to have mine a good bit wider than shoulder width apart. And I usually turn my feet out just a little. I don't like to have them pigeon-toed, like turning in, but you can have them straight, maybe out just a little, just kind of whatever feels comfortable for you. Next thing is making sure your hips are lined up. You don't want to have, not gonna do squats like this, right? So body facing straight ahead. Then you're gonna have the weight just kind of resting on your shoulders behind your neck. Now here's where I differ from what most people will say. And I'm gonna turn sideways so people can actually see what I'm talking about. Yeah, I know I'm wearing my Hey Dudes. Real, don't wear Hey Dudes when you go to work out. Like, wear tennis shoes, please. For the love of God. Anyways, so when you squat down, squat all the way down. Have your hamstrings touch your calves. So you're gonna go all the way down. You're gonna come down like this, almost like you're taking a shit out in the woods, right? So come down to where your calves and your hamstrings touch and come back up. Now, I say that because if you don't go all the way down, you're not activating your glutes as much. When you go down that far, your butt really has to to pick yourself up, right? So you're activating your glutes more, but you're also working more of your muscle fibers in your quads also. You're also working more on your balance. Your core muscles have to be engaged and, keep you balanced. So you have to not fall forward or back or whatever. Now look, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh, that's terrible. You should only go to where your legs are parallel with the ground, like you're sitting in a chair or something like that. I say, if your legs can bend and touch all the way like that, you were made to do that. Like the body is designed to do that. So if you can do that, why wouldn't you do that? Plus, it also builds strength and flexibility in your joints. If you can't do that with the weight you're lifting, you either A, have too much weight and you can't go down that far, which is 99% of most people, or B, maybe you have a pre-existing injury or something like that to where you just physically can't go down that far. And that I can understand. Like maybe you had a knee replacement or something like that. Like I totally get that. But the guys who are out there are like, oh, that's bad mechanics. Oh, so you're telling me that the body was built flawed to begin with? No, if your joints can bend that way without hurting, then that's what you're supposed to do. Go less on the weights. You're going to still build the same amount of muscle with less weight because you're having to work that much harder to go that much more of a full range of motion. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear crybabies, talking about, that's bullshit and da-da-da. Like, no, you're just not willing to do the extra work. And let's just be, blunt about it. So that, guys, is how you do the perfect squat. So, guys, if y'all don't mind, subscribe, share, comment, and like. Thanks.